Finally, I can put this series to bed. Hey guys, how's it going? MG Games are back with the final top 6 team of the FIFA 19 top 6 Premier League ratings predictions. We've done Liverpool, we've done Arsenal, we've done Chelsea, we've done Spurs, we've done United, and now we're on the champions, Manchester City. Do you fucking mind? Birds are so fucking rude. Anyway, let's get straight into this Man City thing, prediction. Before we do though, if you do like the videos, as always, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment, share, friends, all that good stuff. This will probably be my last video before FIFA 19 comes out, so if it is, then we'll be waiting another, what, month pretty much until the new video comes out, or I might do one or two more, like, whatevers, or I don't know. Anyway, let's get into this. First one we have is Man City's brand new goalkeeper, and one of the key reasons why they won the league last season, it is Ederson. Ederson moved from Man City from Benfica for, I believe it was, well, I don't know how much it was in pounds, like 38 million pounds, I think. I can't really remember the full price. He's the most expensive he was the most expensive goalkeeper in pounds. Buffon was the most expensive goalkeeper in euros until obviously Alisson and Kepa Arrizabalaga, came out. Whoever can't pronounce his name nailed it. Anyway, Ederson. Last season, he was one of the best keepers in the Premier League. Obviously, he won the league. 36 appearances, 16 clean sheets, 58 saves. It's not as much as De Gea, but then again, De Gea has a way shitter defense. Penalty save 2, punches 14, high claims 15, catches 5, errors leading to goal. Let's see here. 2. Oh, that's actually more than I thought, but still, great goalkeeper. Boosting up by 2 to an 86. He's probably up there with some of the best goalkeepers in the world right now. Up there with me. I wouldn't say he's up at the level of Neuer, De Gea, or Courtois, but he's probably just below there. So he's going to be an 86 rated for me. Next up is Kyle Walker, who I'm only boosting by the 1 only because it's a safe option. I was thinking maybe boosting up to an 86, but fullbacks don't get a huge amount of boost unless they completely stand out. Like, for example, like, I'm not saying Kyle Walker didn't like stand out big time, it's just that people like Joshua Kimmich, who was scoring and assisting a lot at the beginning of the season, but still 85 is a very good option. In 32 games last season, 14 clean sheets, it's great, 6 assists. As always guys, as I say, if a fullback can get more than 4 or 5 assists a season, that is pretty damn good. So Kyle Walker is going to be an 85 in my opinion. Next up we have he's not Man City. No, he's no longer, I don't think. Give me a second. Is he Man City's most expensive transfer now? I can't remember. I really can't remember. Fuck. Is he their most expensive? Shit, I don't know this. Let's see, who have City signed? Mahrez. No, Mahrez is the new most expensive transfer, I think. It is Aymeric Laporte, who signed from Athletic Bilbao January last year, and leaving him to completely the same. He made 9 appearances last season, 4 clean sheets is not bad. Obviously, you can't really, unless like they may have an instant effect on the team, there's not much point of rating them, so not much to say about Laporte. He's staying the rating he is. Next up is John Stones, who is a guy that I 2 seasons ago thought it was shit and it was the biggest waste of £50 million ever. But after this season, 18 appearances in the Prem, 6 clean sheets, he's definitely improved. Not to mention he scores a lot. I know he didn't score any in the league, but like in Champions League in Feyenoord he scored like 2 goals, then he kept scoring. Against Panama he scored 2 goals, and he just improved his overall game in general, so he's getting a +2 from an 80. John Stones, you were overpowered enough centre back near the beginning of the game, but I think next year with this boosted pace, shooting, passing, dribbling, defending and physical, you'll be way more used and way more overpowered in FIFA 19. Now the only reason why I'm not boosting this guy anymore, I'll probably look back on this around Christmas time and I'll understand why he might get a upgrade, is Benjamin Mendy. I only boosted him by the 1. He's only made 7 appearances last season, obviously because he had a huge injury. 2 clean sheets, he even got an assist. That's actually pretty good for a guy who's only made 7 appearances. And this season he's already started off well. I think he got like 2 or 3 assists in the first game, 2 games of the season. I think he got an assist or 2 again in the 6-1 win against Huddersfield. Also, he didn't do too bad in the World Cup. He didn't make a lot of appearances, I don't think, but he made enough to make an impact. So I'm only boosting him by the 1 so far. It's a safe option. I can't boost him anymore, and I'm definitely not going to downgrade him. So by Christmas time, if he keeps performing the way he is right now in the first 2 games of the season, he'll probably maybe end up being an 81 or an 82. One of the most consistent players in the Premier League the past 3 years, in my honest opinion, is no one else but Fernandinho. Such a great player, not to mention the season where Yaya Toure scored 25 Premier League goals. He was a bit outshone because when Toure could venture forward, this guy was covering from at the back. 34 appearances, he got 5 goals and 3 assists from defensive midfield, which is pretty decent. And then eventually, I think halfway through the season, Pep switched to a 4-3-3 formation. So he's been played as, I believe, a central centre mid, or maybe even a right centre mid. Very, very good player, honestly. 5 goals, 3 assists. Goals per match is only 0.5. Obviously, let me just take a look as defensive stats as well. Passes 2,975. Passes per match, he makes 87.5 passes per match. Big chances created 7. Obviously, defensive midfielder won't do that much. Tackle 62, tackle success rate of 56, which is not too bad as well. He's getting boosted up from an 85 to an 86. I could have boosted him higher, but he already did get a huge boost at the winter upgrades. He was an 82, did get boosted up to an 85. So I think an 86 is a brilliant way to start off FIFA 19 for Fernandinho, one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. Now for a guy who actually might have the right to call himself one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. Maybe he's probably in the top 10 in the world, maybe. I'm not sure. It's David Silva, who ever since he shaved his head, he's just shown he's even better than he was. 29 games last season, 9 goals, 11 assists from a centre mid role now. He plays centre mid along with De Bruyne and Fernandinho, not Cam. Brilliant player, 20 goal contributions, not to mention he was brought off the bench a few times and he'd make an instant impact. By the way, brilliant free kick against Huddersfield. Absolutely brilliant free kick. Or wait, no, was it against? No, I'm pretty sure it was against Huddersfield. Can't remember. Let's take a look. Right, so passes 2,429. Passes per match 83. Less than Fernandinho, but they're probably more forward. Accurate long balls per game. No, accurate long balls 44. Where's this chance creation, I wonder? Let's see here. Shots, no. Discipline, defense. Oh, it doesn't really show chance created, but I'm going to boost him up by the 1 as well, because he also did get a decent upgrade at the winter from an 87 to an 89, so I'm boosting him up to a 90 with a position change from cam to centre mid with some pretty decent stats. Now it's time for probably Man City's best player. I'd say he's their best player right now anyway. It is, sadly he got injured and I think he's out for about 3 months. It is Kevin De Bruyne. He was their most expensive signing, I think at £59 million or something like that from Wolfsburg. And these are just his stats from last season from a centre mid role. 37 games, 8 goals, oh yeah, that's alright, 16 assists. Mind blown. By far, he also had a fucking great World Cup. He scored an absolute banger against Brazil. Passes per match 72.78. What else does he have here? He's just easily one of the best midfielders in the world now. He's in the prime square. I don't know how old he is actually. How old is he? I think he's 27. Pretty sure he's 27. 27 or 26, one or the other. He does even a bit of a defensive output as well. Tackles 62 and a tackle success rate of 69%, which is actually pretty damn good for a guy who, you know, is used to playing the cam position. So I'm boosting him up. Once again, he got an upgrade at the winter as well. The amount of Man City players that got upgrades from an 89 to a 91, so I'm making him a centre mid and a 92 rating. Finally, we're here at the second most terrifying top 3 in the Premier League, besides obviously Mane, Salah and Firmino. Yeah, I'm not changing my mind about that. And next up is the guy who, I hate him for the way he left Liverpool, but I have to admit he has done well for himself. Maybe the first season he didn't do that well, second season he got better, but this season he just absolutely tore shit up. Why is there so many people called Sterling in the Premier League? Jesus Christ, you have to put in first names as well, it's so stupid. It is, of course, Raheem Sterling. Jamaica born, obviously, but he's English. just in case people do think he's pure English. He's not pure English. Anyway, holy shit. 33 games last season. He scored 18 goals and got 11 assists. I'm boosting him up from an 84 to an 86. I personally think that's a decent enough rating. Some people might say boost him higher, but we'll see how he does next season. We'll see how he does this season. I don't know how many goals he has this season. Let's see. 18, 19. One game, one goal. Okay, it's not that bad actually. It's only the one game, but just done very, very well. The only thing I'd probably want to say is he probably should work on his finishing sometimes. I know he just finished 18 goals, but like against Burnley, and I can't remember the other team, he missed open goals, which was a bit funny to watch. I think all people took piss of him, but like, if you can get 29 goal contributions from the right wing in 33 appearances, you definitely deserve to be called one of the best players in the Premier League last season. He got a class 90 rated team of season card. That's why I'm boosting him up from an 84 to an 86. And the next guy also got boosted from an 84 to an 86. Next up is a guy who, would you say he's better than Sterling? I say he's better than Sterling because he's younger as well. It is the man known as Leroy Sané. 32 games last season, got 10 goals and 15 assists. Not as much as, basically, Sterling scored more than Sané, but Sané assisted more than Sterling. 25 goal contributions in 32 games. Not too bad at all actually. It's great. What am I about? It's fucking class. I boosted up from an 84 to 86, boosting that pace up. Now he has like 95 or 96 pace. The shooting's going up. He's better. I personally think he's better than Sterling because he's taller, he's stronger, he's more athletic. That's just what I think. Probably one of the best wingers in the world right now, even though he's at the age of about 22 or something like that. So yeah, Sané is going to get boosted from an 84 to an 86 as well. Once again, could be boosted up to an 87, but I'll stay with 86 for now. Now for Man City's, you could say between this man and De Bruyne, you could say who is Man City's best player. It is Sergio Aguero. 25 games. I actually didn't know he made this little appearances. 25 games, he got 21 goals and 6 assists. He got more goal contributions than games. Now, I know that might sound like he deserves to be boosted higher, but he did this before. He got like 22 or 23 Premier League goals back in an older FIFA, and he was an 87, and he got boosted up to an 88. And a 90 rating is a bit hard to say sometimes. Higuain, he was 88 rated in FIFA 17. He scored 32 Serie A goals. He got boosted by 2 to a 90. Shut up, bird. So I'm going to leave him at the 90 for now. I'll still make him probably the third highest rated striker in the game, because Higuain's undoubtedly probably going to get downgraded, only scoring 15 goals last season. So Sergio Aguero going to get boosted. I'm going to leave his pace, but the shoots are getting boosted. Shut up. Shut up. The shooting's going to get boosted, the passing, the dribbling, the defending I'm going to leave, and the physical will get boosted as well. He's already an overpowered card to use, but now he's just going to be, well, overpowered means low rate, but good. He's already class to use in FIFA, so imagine him next year, and he'll probably pick up a few informs as well. Now for my favourite part of the videos, it's the bench, which can also be my least favourite because I end up forgetting players, but I think I've done it well this time. First one's Claudio Bravo's going to get a downgrade. He's just, ever since he joined City, he's been shit. 3 appearances last season, 1 clean sheet, and he only made 4 saves. Not much to say. He's good for country, but he's just shit for Man City. Actually, shit is another day. He's fucking useless. Next up, this is the guy that I chose over the other guy. I was going to choose Danilo, but he didn't make as much of an impact as Fabian Delph last season, who got moved into a left back. He's getting a +2 as well, all the way up to a 79 from a 77. Boosted stats all around. Pace, shooting, passing, dribbling going to lead because it's already high enough. The defending's getting a decent boost, and the physical as well. And let me just look up his stats. I think he started the majority of the games actually for Man City last season. Let me just take a look. I can't just go by Premier League stats either because he played for Aston Villa. It's 28, still 158 appearances. He only scored 7 Premier League goals. Alright, here we are. 22 games last season, got 1 goal, 2 assists. It's alright, but he also did very good with his defensive output as well, so that's why he's getting a boost from 77 to a 79. It was a big position change from a centre mid to a left back. Next up is a guy who you could consider to be maybe up there with Ferdinand Vidic, one of the best defenders in Premier League history. A lot of people do say that, but I don't know how other people would think. It's Vincent Kompany, who I'm actually going to leave at his reign. A lot of people might have expected me to downgrade him, but I'm not, because when he did play the games, he played pretty damn good. He got man of the match in the Carabao Cup final. He did well. He scored a goal and got an assist in 17 appearances. He also kept 6 clean sheets. Brilliant leader. I'm just going to downgrade the pace, but I think I'm going to boost up the defending and maybe the passing as well, because it's a very calm and composed defender, 6'4" tall as well. Sadly, if it wasn't for his injuries, he probably would have been still at a decent level right now, but he's on the Man City bench right now, so, and I think David Silva's captain now, so he's going to be staying at his 85 rating. Now for a guy who's going to get boosted from an 85 rating, from getting a boost from an 83 to an 85 in the winter upgrades of last FIFA, it is Nicholas Otamendi, who actually scored an impressive amount of goals for a centre-back. 4 goals, 34 appearances, 14 clean sheets, get boosted from an 85 to an 86. His first season he was alright, second season he was pretty bad. He got downgraded from an 84 to an 83, lost a lot of pace. But now this season he had a pretty decent season, got to boost him up to an 86. Pace is going to get boosted a little bit, shooting's going to get boosted a lot, and overall he looks like a decent card, but wouldn't be one you'd be mainly using in FIFA. You'd probably go for the sweaty players like Bailly or maybe even John Stones now. Second one before the last two, we have Ilkay Gundogan, who made 30 appearances last season, got 4 goals and 1 assist. I'm downgrading him because he's 85 rated, guys, and in FIFA he's high rated than a lot of other players, such as like Naby Keita, Fabinho. I'm not just saying this because they're Liverpool players as well. He's also higher rated than who? He's higher rated than Nabil Fekir. He's higher rated than what's his name? Plays higher rated Goretzka, who did so much better than him. It's just not fair that he's an 85 rating. I personally think an 84 and 83 will be more suited for him. But not only that, he doesn't get into the team as much as, you know, Fernandinho, Silva and De Bruyne. And coming off the bench, he's not doing that much either. So sorry, Ilkay Gundogan, you're getting a downgrade. Last two now, and this guy, he's good. It's just I actually feel like he's too good to be on the bench, but that's just the way things have turned out. That's holy shit. I definitely know most of these were bench appearances. Bernardo Silva is going to stay there in his, except with a few boosted stats like his pace, his passing, and I think I boosted his dribbling. I might not have. In 35 games last season from the bench, he got 6 goals and 10 assists. That's pretty good. But I was actually thinking, should I upgrade him? But then we're like, nah, EA would probably leave him the way he is because he did stay on the bench a lot of the time. It's tough. I'm going to leave him the way he is with a few boosted stats. And the last man, I was actually really tempted to leave it as rain, but I decided at the end of the day to upgrade him. Last but not least, the man who will probably take the burden of being Man City's top striker after Aguero eventually stops on firing, if that ever happens. Probably might happen next 2-3 seasons. It is Gabriel Jesus. In 29 appearances last season, got 13 goals and 3 assists. Pretty damn good. I was actually thinking of leaving him the way he is because he was an 81, then he got boosted all the way up to an 83. But I decided at the end, if I'm going to boost a few of his stats, I might as well boost him overall to an 84. With some great pace, decent shooting and passing, dribbling is all the way up there as well, with also some decent physical and very good heading accuracy. Anyway guys, that's it. Thanks so much for watching the video. We've finally done the top 6 Premier League players and teams. Thanks so much for the support and your comments on all of these. Hopefully this one goes down well as all of them. Thanks so much for watching guys. As always, see you next time.